no breaking point, soothing every single aching muscle and tired joint. Sitting calmly on the customized fiberglass board, listening to the magnificent crashing ocean chord, waiting patiently for the absolute perfect set, silhouetted darkly against the fading violet.
Applying sticky wax onto the slippery deck, securing the safety leash tightly around my neck. Scanning the distant horizon for a massive bump, preparing myself for the exhilarating sudden jump. Water temperature dropping as the evening arrives, appreciating the simplicity of these coastal lives.
Current pulling deep, ocean goes to sleep, colors turning dark, glowing like a spark. Indigo waves curling beautifully in the fading light, offering a spectacular, breathtaking, aquatic sight. Gliding up endlessly across the massive liquid wall, bracing myself to survive the inevitable fall, riding the majestic surface of this purple sea, experiencing the ultimate form of being free.
Carving aggressively into the steep, watery face, moving with unparalleled athletic and fluid grace. Spray flying backwards into the cool evening wind, leaving all the daily complications far behind.
Dropping low to avoid the heavy crushing lip, maintaining an incredibly firm, unyielding grip. Kicking backwards and plunging underneath the foam, feeling utterly contented inside the salty home. Surfacing quickly to catch a deep, refreshing breath, conquering the primal instinctual fear of death. Floating silently as the celestial bodies appear, realizing there is absolutely nothing left to fear. Current pulling deep, ocean goes to sleep, colors turning dark, glowing like a spark. Indigo waves curling beautifully in the fading light, offering a spectacular, breathtaking, aquatic sight. Gliding effortlessly across the massive liquid wall, bracing myself to survive the inevitable fall, riding the majestic surface of this purple sea, experiencing the ultimate form of being free. Gravity behaves differently upon this moving floor, washing every anxious thought directly to the shore. Let the immense tide carry us wherever it may choose. We literally have nothing important left to lose. Paddle out, catch the swell, ride it down, all is well. Indigo waves curling beautifully in the fading light, offering a spectacular, breathtaking, aquatic sight. Gliding effortlessly across the massive liquid wall, bracing myself to survive the inevitable fall, riding the majestic surface of this purple sea, experiencing the ultimate form of being free. Wash ashore, tide recedes, ocean fulfills all our needs. winter crops beneath the blistering equator, fearing the relentless lash from a cruel, unfeeling dictator. Sweat dripping profusely into the dry, unforgiving soil, condemned to a miserable lifetime of unpaid, grueling toil. Humming ancient lullabies to comfort the orphan child, stripped of our dignity in a landscape brutally wild.
Frigates crossing the Atlantic, loaded with human cargo, enduring the horrific conditions of a merciless embargo. Chained tightly together within the wooden ship's belly, bones growing fragile and muscles turning to jelly. Remembering the distant shores of a stolen motherland, forced them to servitude upon this unfamiliar sandy strand. Generations bearing scars, gazing up at foreign stars, mourning for the lost domain, enduring the colonial pain. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving the darkest chapters of human catastrophe, singing our laments to the rolling, unforgiving waves, honoring the memory of the fiercely defiant slaves. Escaping into the treacherous mountains to live free, forming hidden societies beneath the mahogany tree, plotting rebellions in the absolute dead of night, willing to sacrifice everything for a fundamental right, sharpening machetes to sever the oppressor's hold. Stories of legendary bravery remain forever told, preserving our heritage through rhythmic cultural expression, refusing to succumb completely to this massive oppression, cooking traditional meals to nourish the weak in flesh, hoping that tomorrow morning brings a beginning fresh, tending to the wounded with herbal secret remedies, overcoming the most devastating brutal tragedies. Generations bearing scars, gazing up at foreign stars, mourning for the lost domain, enduring the colonial pain. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into the tapestry, surviving in the darkest chapters of human catastrophe, singing our laments to the rolling, unforgiving waves, honoring the memory of the fiercely defiant slaves. We endure because our roots are infinitely strong, writing the historical, unimaginable, wicked wrong. Bloodlines carried the resilience of 1,000 kings. Eventually the oppressed can carry triumphant blessings. Remember them, honor the past, strength remains, built to last. Caribbean sorrow echoing across the vast archipelago, feeling the heavy tragedy wherever we physically go. Centuries of agony woven deeply into
Kitchen open, ripe papaya on the wooden chopping block. Ignoring the relentless ticking of the kitchen clock. Mango juices dripping stickily up on my bare skin, letting the equatorial feverish heat begin. My cow screeching loudly from the highest balcony, living in a constant state of vibrant ecstasy.
Sweat trickling rapidly straight down my spine, drinking deeply from a flask of fermented palm wine, chopping sugar cane fiercely with the rusted machete, feeling incredibly energized, unburdened and sweaty.
Humidity wrapping tightly like a thick woolen blanket, wearing a traditional hand-woven beaded anklet. Temperature is rising, flavors tantalizing, fever taking over, rolling in the clover. Tropical heart beating intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest. Pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later. Driving abundantly within this lush, fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburn paradise as our own.
Roasting sweet plantains over the open charcoal grill, listening to the mockingbird singing loud and shrill, carrying massive bunches of yellow bananas down the hill, working energetically with the dedicated focused will. Dirt staining heavily upon my callous bare feet, embracing the challenge and suffocating midday heat.
Weaving elaborate baskets from dry, flexible leaves, seeking brief shelter underneath the thatched eaves. Cracking coconuts violently against the jagged stone, feeling the vibration travel straight into the bone. Spices wafting pungently throughout the entire courtyard, loving this existence even when it gets extremely hard. Temperature is rising, flavors tantalizing, fever taking over, rolling in the clover. Tropical heart beating intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest. Pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later. Thriving abundantly within this lush, fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburn paradise as our own. Our passionate, vibrant journey has only just begun. Let the organic drum guide your every single step. Maintain this remarkably high level of prep. Feel the pulse, taste the sweet, stomp the ground, bring the heat. Tropical heart beating intensely inside my chest, refusing to settle down and take a boring rest. Pulsing with the fiery rhythm of the intense equator, leaving the complicated problems for a little later. Thriving abundantly within this lush, fertile zone, claiming this magnificent sunburn paradise as our own. Beat goes on, sunburns bright, tropical love, day and night. Standing near the shoreline, feeling gentle breezes blow, watching coral reefs completely glowing deep below. Footprints disappearing underneath the salty foam, finding tranquil paradise where weary travelers roam. Seagulls flying high above the turquoise-colored sea. Everything feels perfect when you're sitting next to me.
Mountain peaks are hiding behind fluffy cotton clouds, far away from chaotic and suffocating crowds, drinking coconut water beneath the giant palm. Nature provides medicine that keeps my spirit calm. Roots are growing deeper in this fertile sacred ground. Peacefulness surrounds us, there is magic to be found.
Listen closely to the breeze, whispering through ancient trees. Nature's secret melody, setting every captive free. Island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Golden sun is slowly fading, silver moon is rising. Harmonizing with the tide, we let our worries fade, resting comfortably within the cooling forest shade. Hear the island echoes, pure and endlessly serene, living inside a beautiful, untainted, vivid dream.
Gathering some driftwood for a blazing evening fire. Sparks are flying upwards, reaching higher, ever higher. Stories of our ancestors are shared around the flame, realizing the universe will never be the same.
Stars are painting constellations in the velvet sky, watching shooting comets quickly passing, flying by. Barefoot dancing on the sand until the morning light, celebrating harmony throughout the peaceful night. Listen closely to the breeze, whispering through ancient trees. Nature's secret melody, setting every captive free. Island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Golden sun is slowly fading, silver moon is rising. Harmonizing with the tide, we let our worries fade, resting comfortably within the cooling forest shade. Hear the island echoes, pure and endlessly serene, living inside a beautiful, untainted, vivid dream.
Vibrations travel through the humid atmosphere,
Washing away completely every single lingering fear.
we are connected to the earth, the water, and the air.
Perfect sanctuary located far away from despair. Breathe in the ocean, breathe out the pain. Let the pure water wash away this. Island echoes calling out across the vast horizon. Golden sun is slowly folding up his laundry on the edge of the unmade bed, unable to silence the terrifying scenarios in my head, staring blankly at the photograph sitting on the shelf, feeling like a completely hollow version of myself, waiting by the telephone for a call that never comes, listening to the distant, menacing sound of the street drums.
Corner boys are recruiting the vulnerable, innocent youth, selling them a glamorous fantasy
instead of the ugly truth, handing out weapons to teenagers who should be in school, playing the dangerous game where nobody follows the rules. Another promising future gets tragically, abruptly derailed, realizing the community protection has spectacularly failed. Porch light burning late, staring at the gate, intuition strikes deep, promises they cannot keep. Lioness weeps for the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back away. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat.
Sirens wailing sharply through the cold, unforgiving block, checking the relentless progression of the analog clock. Yellow tape surrounding the concrete basketball court. Another devastating statistic in the evening news report. Judges handing out sentences inside the sterile courtroom, sending the neighborhood boy straight into a concrete tomb. Clutching his favorite jacket tightly against my aching chest, wondering if I truly provided him with the absolute best. Lighting the solitary candle upon the makeshift wooden shrine, praying the universe will give me a single comforting sign. A mother's devotion is a remarkably unbreakable fierce bond, reaching across the physical realm into the great beyond. Porch light burning late, staring at the gate, intuition strikes deep, promises they cannot keep. Lioness weeps for the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back her way. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat. This systemic tragedy is a terrifying, monstrous breed, gathering the matriarchs to stand united in the square, transforming our monumental grief into a powerful prayer. Hold him close, let him go. Pain is real, tears will flow. For the beloved cup that wandered astray, begging the merciful heavens to send him back her way. Tears are staining the fabric of her exhausted, heavy soul, paying an unbelievably massive emotional maternal toll, roaring in absolute agony at the injustice of the street, refusing to accept this heartbreaking ultimate defeat. Mother cries
for the lost ones, weeping softly for our sons. Underneath the cypress trees, mixing potent remedies that bring you quickly to your knees. Crushing purple petals into fine and aromatic dust, casting ancient hexes driven heavily by wicked lust. Candles flickering intensely in the middle of the swamp, following the eerie rhythm of the heavy voodoo stomp.
Correction to format.
Wait.
Verse per structure. Swallowing the bitter potion brewed from poisonous roots. Trudging through the muddy bayou, wearing heavy leather boots. Falling deep into a mesmerizing, inescapable trance. Hypnotized completely by your supernatural dance. Serpents hissing quietly among the twisted, tangled vines, drinking up your sinister and heavily enchanted wines.
Pins inside the dark, hear the spirits call. Smoke begins to rise, magic in your eyes. Voodoo love is poisoning my logic and my brain, running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound, levitating magically above the swampy ground. Trapped inside a terrifying, beautifully dark illusion, lost within this passionate and mystical confusion.
Alligators watching from the murky green lagoons, howling like a ravenous wolf beneath the silver moons, wearing talismans to try and ward away the evil ghost. But I am fully captivated by my terrifying host, swinging grigris pouches violently into the foggy air, smelling wild orchids blooming softly in your raven hair.
Chanting incantations, loudly speaking in a foreign tongue, pulling in the heavy incense deeply down into my lungs. Sacrificing logic for a taste of this forbidden fruit, playing wicked melodies upon a wooden bamboo flute, casting heavy shadows on the mossy overgrown terrain, binding both our destinies with invisible iron chain. Pins inside the dark, hear the spirits call. Smoke begins to rise, magic in your eyes. Voodoo love is poisoning my logic and my brain, running like a raging fever directly through my vein. Captured by the sorcery, entirely spellbound, levitating magically above the swampy ground. Trapped inside a terrifying, beautifully dark illusion, lost within this passionate and mystical confusion. Only heavy spells remaining tightly in my throat, surrendering my willpower to your commanding voice, leaving me without a single rational alternative choice. Spirits wake, potion brew, hexes cast, bound to you. Magic monsoon precipitation drumming loudly on the tin, letting the joyful, spectacular festival begin. Splashing exuberantly inside the overflowing street, stomping the pavement with remarkably energetic feet. Droplets are bouncing perfectly off the window pane, washing away all the frustrating accumulated strain.
Clouds are releasing a massive restorative flood, soaking our clothing and mixing the dirt into mud. Speakers are blasting a heavy, magnificent groove, forcing absolutely everybody's body to move.
Leaping excitedly into the wonderful, humid air, throwing away every single lingering, bothersome care. Temperature dropping down, smiles across the town. Water is pouring fast, having an absolute blast. Reggae rain falling heavily to cleanse the entire earth, celebrating a massive, beautiful communal rebirth. Dancing frantically until the ultimate break of day, letting the music wash every negative problem away. Soak up the tempo and thoroughly drench your soul, losing completely any semblance of rigid control.
Umbrellas are useless when the party is this extreme, living inside a wonderfully wet, exhilarating green party, and wildly beneath the invisible hidden moon. Jumping enthusiastically whenever the bass line drops. Nobody cares if the torrential downpour never stops.
Hair is completely ruined, but my spirit is flying high, looking incredibly grateful up at the weeping sky. Rivers are forming rapidly alongside the avenue, experiencing a thrill that is absolutely fresh and new. Singing at maximum volume alongside the thunderclap, putting this neighborhood permanently onto the map. Temperature dropping down, smiles across the town. Water is pouring fast, having an absolute blast. Reggae rain falling heavily to cleanse the entire earth, celebrating a massive, beautiful communal rebirth. Dancing frantically until the ultimate break of day, letting the music wash every negative problem away. Soak up the tempo and thoroughly drench your soul, losing completely any semblance of rigid control. Let the heavens open up and pour the blessings down, transforming totally this dry and suffocating town. Water and rhythm combining to heal the human race, putting a remarkably massive grin on every face. Jump up, get soaked, feel the beat, fire stoked. Reggae rain falling heavily to cleanse the entire earth, celebrating a massive, beautiful communal rebirth. Dancing frantically until the ultimate break of day, letting the music wash every negative problem away. Soak up the tempo and thoroughly drench your soul, losing completely any semblance of Silently through the dense, impenetrable foliage, relying entirely on primal, instinctual, ancient knowledge. Vines wrapping securely around the massive tree trunks, dodging the venomous reptiles and the territorial skunks. Feline predators stalking their unsuspecting grazing prey. Nature operates perfectly in its own ruthless way.
Roaring powerfully from the ice rocky pinnacle, observing the ecosystem incredibly raw and cynical, marking the boundaries of this undisputed sanctuary, defending the majestic pride against any adversary.
Golden mane blowing fiercely in the savannah gust, surviving the wilderness requires ultimate blind trust. Claws are sharp and bare, not a single creature spared, running with the cheetah pack, never ever looking back. Wild Zion, unbridled and spectacularly untamed, a beautiful paradise that cannot ever be renamed. Living by the ferocious rules of the jungle law, witnessing the sheer beauty with unrestricted awe. Roam freely across this magnificent holy terrain, breaking completely free from the domestic chain.
Elephants migrating across the vast dusty plains, drinking from the rivers swollen by the seas and no rains. Hippopotamuses bathing in the muddy shallow creek, only the strongest will survive, eliminating the weak.
Leopards camouflage perfectly within the canopy, enjoying the absolute peak of terrestrial liberty. Parrots squawking vibrantly, displaying colorful wings, listening intently to the songs the untamed wilderness sings. Foraging for berries among the thorny jagged bush, embracing the sudden overwhelming adrenaline rush. Running barefoot across the rough unpaved dirt, healing miraculously from every superficial hurt. Claws are sharp and bare, not a single creature spared, running with the cheetah pack, never ever looking back. Wild Zion, unbridled and spectacularly untamed, a beautiful paradise that cannot ever be renamed. Living by the ferocious rules of the jungle law, witnessing the sheer beauty with unrestricted awe. Roam freely across this magnificent holy terrain, breaking completely free from the domestic chain. From the domestic chain. Civilization attempts to pave this gorgeous greenery, but we protect this sacred biological scenery. Embrace the feral spirit roaring deep inside your chest. This natural kingdom is unequivocally the best. Breathe it in, run so fast. Wilderness unsurpassed. Wilderness unsurpassed. Wild Zion, unbridled and spectacularly untamed, a beautiful paradise that cannot ever be renamed. Living by the ferocious rules of the jungle law, witnessing the sheer beauty with unrestricted awe. Roam freely across this magnificent holy terrain, breaking completely free from the domestic Diving deeply into sapphire realms, staring bravely at the wooden helms, seeking treasures hidden from the sun. Now the aquatic journey has begun. Bioluminescent creatures glow, guiding vessels where the currents flow.
Holding breath beneath the crashing wave, exploring inside a sunken cave. Ancient galleons resting on the floor, secrets locked behind an iron door.
Swimming past a giant manta ray, chasing mysteries beneath the bay. Pressure dropping low, see the prism glow. Current pulls us down, wearing coral crown. Oh, ocean diamond gleaming brightly in the deep, waking up the water from a silent sleep. Flashing colors through the salty liquid space, shining beauty in a solitary place. We discovered something precious, pure and grand, far away from any isolated land.
Mapping out coordinates so precise, paying absolutely any given price. Navigating by the southern star, traveling incredibly so far.
Sun knocking in the midnight blue, finding everything I search with you. Emerald reflections on my skin, knowing this is where the myths begin. Holding on to something very rare, floating weightless in the watery air. Polishing the surface till it shines, reading all the legendary signs. Pressure dropping low, see the prism glow. Current pulls us down, wearing coral crown. Oh, ocean diamond gleaming brightly in the deep, waking up the water from a silent sleep. Flashing colors through the salty liquid space, shining beauty in a solitary place. We discovered something precious, pure and grand, far away from any isolated land. Defined by gold, it is simply wondrous stories being told. Holding tightly to this jewel of the sea, changing everything for you and me. Then sparkle, shine on through deepest blue. Oh, ocean diamond gleaming brightly in the deep, space, shining beauty in a solitary place. We discovered something precious, pure and grand, far away from any isolated land. Shine bright under the way, diamond light, ours to say. emphasize disguising venomous, deceitful snakes, selling cheap illusions that the wicked empire proudly makes. Velvet curtains hiding all the suffering and silent cries, drowning in a massive ocean filled with artificial lies. Golden idols polished brightly, begging to be worshipped, now demanding that the righteous people compromise and humbly bow.
Chariots of silver rolling proudly down the avenue, promising a fake utopia and totally distorted view. Pharaohs of the modern era counting up their paper bills, manufacturing diseases, selling us the poison pills,
testing my morality with beautifully wrapped deceit. Spiritual warfare happening directly on the street. Vanity is loud, walking in the crowd, guarding up the soul, taking back control. Babylon nights trying hard to steal away my purity, offering a false and highly dangerous security, flashing neon promises that always end in tragedy, refusing to become a victim of this dark depravity, standing firmly planted against the roaring of the beast, rejecting invitations to the devil's filthy feast.
Kings and politicians trading favors in the back room, sending innocent civilians blindly to their early doom. Cameras are watching every single footstep that we take, trying to determine which exact commandment we will break, refusing to participate in this corrupt machinery, seeing past the beautifully painted fake scenery.
Diamonds are seducing me with fascinating sharp reflections, offering completely hollow meaningless connections. Serpents whispering persistently inside my weary ear, trying to manipulate my insecurities and fear. But my faith is heavily armored, shining like a massive shield. I will absolutely never surrender, and I will never yield. Vanity is loud, walking in the crowd, guarding up the soul, taking back control. Babylon nights trying hard to steal away my purity, offering a false and highly dangerous security, flashing neon promises that always end in tragedy, refusing to become a victim of this dark depravity, standing firmly planted against the roaring of the beast, rejecting invitations to the devil's filthy feast. Do not sell your spirit for a pocket full of change. Keep your vision focused, never let it rearrange. Though the wicked system builds its towers to the sky, we will watch them crumble, we will watch them loudly cry. Stay strong, resist the gold, truth remains brave. And Babylon nights trying hard to steal away my purity, offering a false and highly dangerous security, flashing neon promises that always end in tragedy, refusing to become a victim of this dark depravity, standing firmly planted against the roaring of the beast, rejecting invitations to the devil's filthy feast. Babylon falls, towers crash, burning down into ash. Plundering the merchant galleons out on the open sea, driven purely by an insane insatiable, overwhelming gluttony. Loading heavy wooden chests filled with stolen bullion, commanding an armada resembling a rogue battalion. Swords are clashing loudly upon the slippery upper deck, leaving another devastated, smoking, ruined wreck.
Mutiny is brewing violently down in the lower hold. Sailors whispering conspiracies, acting remarkably bold, sharpening their cutlasses to overthrow the captain's reign, willing to inflict an unbelievable amount of mortal pain. Greed is a venomous viper, biting at the pirates' heel. Betrayal is the only genuine emotion they can feel. Curse coins stack so high, black flags in the sky. Storm is brewing fast, shadows on the mast. Sunken gold, dragging the wicked sinners to the abyss, sealing their terrible fate with a treacherous Judas kiss. Weighted down by the staggering consequence of their greed, harvesting the bitter fruit from a highly toxic seed, resting eternally among the barnacles and the coral reef, leaving behind a legacy of piracy, betrayal and grief. Hurricane forces snapping the timber and tearing the sail, realizing that human arrogance will ultimately fail. Giant tentacles emerging from the terrifying murky depth, counting every single agonizing final gasping breath. Cannons rolling uselessly across the deeply slanted floor, knowing they will absolutely never reach
the sandy shore. Skeletons are permanently guarding the shiny doubloons, haunted by the shifting tides and the gravitational moons. Maps are disintegrating slowly into the briny cold sludge, facing the ultimate impartial and unforgiving judge. Wealth cannot purchase salvation. When the whole begins to crack, there's definitively no conceivable way of turning back. Cursed coins stack so high, black flags in the sky. Storm is brewing fast, shadows on the mast. Sunken gold, dragging the wicked sinners to the abyss, sealing their terrible fate with a treacherous Judas kiss. Weighted down by the staggering consequence of their greed, harvesting the bitter fruit from a highly toxic seed, resting eternally among the barnacles and the coral reef, leaving behind a legacy of piracy, betrayal and grief. Swallow the arrogance of mortal men, washing the slate completely clean to start over again. Treasures of the physical realm are nothing but an illusion, ending a violent lifetime of absolute moral confusion. Going down, hold your breath, paying the toll, welcoming death, feeling gold, dragging the wicked sinners to the abyss, sealing the terrible fate with a treacherous Judas kiss. Magnetic lunar forces pulling deeply on my heart, knowing we could absolutely never remain apart. Currents of emotion rushing strongly to the shore, leaving me desperately, constantly craving for more. Submerged entirely within your affectionate embrace, finding my ultimate romantic comforting place.
Navigating smoothly across your passionate sea, unlocking devotion with a highly specialized key. Riding the crest of this monumental loving swell, caught intimately inside your irresistible spell.
Surrendering gladly to the undeniably powerful flow, refusing completely to ever let this connection go. Gravity taking hold, love story being told, swept by the undercurrent, nothing is a deterrent. Soulful tide washing over every lingering doubt, figuring this incredible romantic mystery out, drowning willingly inside a deeply affectionate wave. You are the only companion I constantly crave, pulled by the rhythm of a heavily beating chest, putting our infinite loyalty to the ultimate test.
Anchoring firmly into your magnificent soul, making my fragmented, broken existence whole. Breathing in sync with the rising oceanic surge, watching our separate identities beautifully merge.
Drifting harmoniously under the twinkling starlight, enjoying the sensual temperature of the night, whispering sweet confessions into the coastal breeze, bringing my heart and defenses down to my knees, floating serenely upon a mattress of pure delight, holding your hand extraordinarily fiercely tight, ebbing and flowing in a synchronized perfect dance, lost in the depths of a mesmerizing romance. Gravity taking hold, painting the horizon with magenta, peach, and glowing pink. Sitting on the wooden porch to have a sweet, refreshing drink. Watching fluffy silhouettes replacing all the daytime heat. Tapping out a lazy tempo softly with my resting feet. Children finally heading homeward, finishing their yard games, calling out affectionately all their lovely nicknames.
Tuning up the bass guitar while swinging on the hammock chair. Smelling blooming jasmine flowers floating in the humid air. Neighbors congregating slowly, laughing by the garden gates, knowing that we have no reason whatsoever to be late.
Daylight is surrendering and yielding to the twilight hour, embracing the tranquility and soft restorative power. Orange turning gray, ending of the day. Shadows growing tall, evening starts to fall. Sunset rhythm taking over, slowing down the busy pace, putting an enormous joyful smile upon my weary face. Swaying to the melody that resonates so warm and sweet, feeling totally relaxed and comfortably complete. Let the evening serenade us as the colors blend and fade, enjoying this spectacular masterpiece that God has made.
Striking up a match to light the hanging lantern glass, listening to crickets chirping loudly in the meadow grass, pouring out a beverage and passing it across the lawn, promising to keep the music playing until early dawn. Rhythm is infectious, making everybody nod their head, forgetting all the stressful things the boss had recently said.
Fireflies are blinking brightly, mimicking the distant stars, strumming lazy chords upon our vintage hollow body guitar, sharing funny anecdotes and chuckling at the punchline. Everything is perfectly and wonderfully fine. Breezes blowing softly through the linen fabric on the line, savoring this precious moment, acting like a vintage wine. Orange turning gray, ending of the day. Shadows growing tall, evening starts to fall. Sunset rhythm taking over, slowing down the busy pace, putting an enormous joyful smile upon my weary face. Swaying to the melody that resonates so warm and sweet, feeling totally relaxed and comfortably complete. Let the evening serenade us as the colors blend and fade, enjoying this spectacular masterpiece that God has made. Rapid forward motion, temporarily granting us a peaceful and a calm serenity, washing out the frantic panic of the modern rush, blanketing the neighborhood in an exquisite hush. Slow it down, take a breath, peaceful mind, nothing left. Taking over, slowing down the busy pace, slowing down the busy pace. Enormous joyful smile upon my weary face. Ooh, swaying to the melody that resonates so warm and sweet. Ooh, feeling totally relaxed and comfortably complete. Diving deeply into sapphire realms, staring bravely at the wooden helms, seeking treasures hidden from the sun. Now the aquatic journey has begun. Bioluminescent creatures glow, guiding vessels where the currents flow.
Holding breath beneath the crashing wave, exploring inside a sunken cave. Ancient galleons resting on the floor, secrets locked behind an iron door.
Swimming past the giant manta ray, chasing mysteries beneath the bay. Pressure dropping low, see the prism glow. Current pulls us down, wearing coral crown. Ocean diamond gleaming brightly in the deep, waking up the water from a silent sleep. Flashing colors through the salty liquid space, shining beauty in a solitary place. We discovered something precious, pure and grand, far away from any isolated land.
Mapping our coordinates so precise, paying absolutely any given price. Navigating by the southern star, traveling incredibly so far. Sonar binging in the midnight blue,
Finding everything I searched with you. Emerald reflections on my skin, knowing this is where the mists begin. Holding on to something very rare, floating weightless in the watery air. Polishing the surface till it shines, reading all the legendary signs. Pressure dropping low, see the prism glow. Current pulls us down, wearing coral crown. Ocean diamond gleaming brightly in the deep, waking up the water from a silent sleep. Flashing colors through the salty liquid space, shining beauty in a solitary place. We discovered something precious, pure and grand, far away from any isolated land. Value cannot ever be defined by gold. It is simply wonder stories being told. Holding tightly to this jewel of